confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. On 1st and 10, Herbert flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert out to his left. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now it's Herbert, rolling to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert, escaping the pressure right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Hey, check it.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. Flush to his right.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Brady. He's going to air one out.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert eluding the pressure right.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, flushed out right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On the move to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
I need to get my swag right there.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, 85 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point.
That will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Herbert on first down now. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. To try again after the sack. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Noah Fant with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
To throw is Brady. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A chance for Waddle on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That's caught inside the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Herbert now. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
On 2nd and 10. Brady out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing now is Brady. Henry's got it out on the left side. Powering his way forward. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On play action, now Brady. Caught on the slant, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point and cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
eluding the pressure right.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert, sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Herbert off of play action. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Rolling to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. 23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Parkey missed it. That's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Brady. He dumps it off for Henry. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He completes it to Ridley. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point. That will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Henry again on 2nd down. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Herbert.
Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, 66.
Here's Brady to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. Flushed out right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. I'm coming up there. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you.
They'll run for it with Henry. Oh, he pulls over him. Fights through, and now a crease. They can't tackle it. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, Your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Joker.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Brady. That's complete to Chase. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though. I
agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Brady. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
77 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Herbert.
Flush to his right. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.